Hey, sports card fans, it's John, Wade Boggs fan. Hope you're all doing well. In my last video, I did a video response for Dan at Old Sarge Collects. What he wanted us to do is show off our fantastic fours. 4 cards that are graded a 4 that we love in our collection. The card I have to show off today I would have included in that list, but I just got the card and I wanted to do this video here, and so didn't have a chance to do this prior to Dan's VR. But it's a PSA 4 and it is a card that I absolutely love. For a PSA 4, I'll show you the one slight flaw that probably makes it a PSA 4, but other than that, it is such a sharp looking card. I absolutely love it. It's the 1957 Topps Warren Spahn, the 20th card that I've picked up off of my list of 100 cards for $10,000. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show it off. And here it is. Take a look at this example of the 57 Topps Warren Spahn in a PSA 4. When I saw this show up on eBay as an auction, I knew I had to go after it. I've seen plenty of 57 Topps Warren Spahns that are even in higher grades, maybe not centered this well. You find a lot of 57s with some snowing on the front. There's no snowing. Clean, crisp image there of Warren Spahn. The colors just pop. I don't know how I could get, again, for the price that I bought it at as well, and I'll get into that. For a PSA 4 copy of this card, I absolutely love it. Plus the image of him smiling. I mean, just overall, just a great looking card. But to get it with this eye appeal, and I don't want to call it undergraded or whatever, because I'll show you the couple flaws here that I think maybe on a technical basis it deserves a 4, but from a overall eye appeal, man, this looks just phenomenal to me. So I will show you, I will pick out the flaws because you may not be able to see it here just at this image here. But if you look at the top right corner, and I'll see if I can get this to zoom in or to focus. Hopefully I can. You'll see that top right corner there's just like a little crease or a little indentation in that corner. And a little fuzziness there in that corner, and that corner down here is a little fuzzy. But I mean, if I have to look that closely for a technical deficiency in a card, I've hit a home run. And just even the back, here's the back of the card, just a great example. It may not be as centered on the back as it is the front, but man, that's close. And you can see down here as well, this is that same corner that is, you can make it out here. There's like, it looked like that the corner got bent a little bit. And so that, heck, if that is what made this a PSA 4, I will take this every day and twice on Sunday. Again, I can't say enough about this card. I absolutely love it. And to be able to find it in an affordable 4 as opposed to paying extra money for a 5 or 6, to me, to get a card that looks just as nice as this one doesn't make sense for me. I don't need a higher number here. I don't need that to be a 5 or a 6 or something. When I can find cards like this in a PSA 4. So before I get to the numbers behind this, as I do for all of these 100 cards for $10,000 videos, I thought I would show off some of my other 1950s Warren Spahn. I'm doing pretty good in my Warren Spahn run. There are a couple big cards still yet to get, but I thought I would quickly show off some of my other 1950s cards. I am missing his 1950 Bowman. That may be one that I would hope to find at this year's National. If I do, again, right eye appeal, forget about the grade, but right eye appeal and right price. That would be one that I would definitely consider picking up. But here's his 51 Bowman in, guess what? A PSA 4. Love that card. Then I also have his 52 Bowman in, guess what? Another PSA 4. Then I have his 53 Bowman, and you guessed it, a PSA 4. Now, this one, admittingly, is off-center, top to bottom, left to right. But as I mentioned before with this card, my eye goes right there, and I don't notice the border. And so I'm very happy with this copy that I picked up, again, for being a very affordable card for a 53 Bowman. And yeah, just absolutely love the look of this card. Then I have, and I don't show this one off that much because it's a BVG slab, but I have his 53 Topps. Now this one is not in a 4, it's a BVG 6, although we'll see what it would convert when I eventually break this out and submit it to PSA. Heck, even if it is a 4, I'm fine. I just love the card. There is that little corner issue down there with some of the black gone away. Centering's off a little bit, so it very well could be knocked down to a 4, which again, I don't care. I have the card. I love the look of this card, but this is his 53 Topps. Then another card I need to switch over to PSA is his 56 Topps, so I'm missing his 54 and 55 Topps cards. But this one is a BVG 5. Again, even if this drops down to a 4, check out the centering on that and the overall eye appeal. Just love it. Again, I don't care what grades they get when I cross them over. It's because I like the card, and that's what's important to me. But what also is important is this gets in a PSA slab. But there's his 56 Topps, and then another card that was on my 100 cards for $10,000. I forget which number this was a pickup, but the 59. So I would love to be able to find and pick up a 58 Topps Warren Spahn. The thing with the 58s, with the Warren Spahn, it has a solid green background. And man, not only is centering an issue, to try to find one in this mid-grade, like a 4 probably is what I'm looking for the 58, to get one centered, and then to get one where the background, that green background, is not snowy or has any ink issues. I did very well with picking up the Hank Aaron from 58 that also has a green background. So I'm sure there's one out there that I will eventually find that I like. But to date, I haven't quite found that 1958 Topps copy that, again, falls into the grade, price point, overall eye appeal. But I'm sure one day I will be able to find one. All right, getting back to the 1957 Topps Warren Spahn. We'll bring him up here a little bit closer for everyone to see. All right, on to the numbers for this card. Now, I had this card on my list in a PSA 6 that if I did really good, I would hope to spend maybe $100 for a PSA 6. Obviously, I dropped down 2 grades. The grade wasn't, I wasn't searching for 4s. I was searching for 1957 Topps Warren Spahn in a PSA. Great, in a PSA slab. And I looked through all the ones and saw this listing and didn't mind that it was a 4. So with a PSA 6 that I said that would cost me $100 all in, and this one was an auction, So with the winning bid, shipping, and tax, I'm in for $65. And so to give you an idea of where PSA 4s fall, on the low end, PSA 4s have sold for $32 on the low end. Average is $45, high end is $60. And when you factor out the tax and shipping, I think my winning bid was right around that $60 range. Now, this was a card. Normally, I don't like to buy or bid or place a bid on an auction at a price that it is, at the top of the comps for that grade. But again, when I saw this card, the overall eye appeal, one, I knew that other people would have interest in this card because of the great eye appeal, and you do pay for some vintage cards and sets where centering is difficult. If you find a well-centered copy, you are going to pay a premium for that. And so I was quite willing and prepared to pay a premium to get this card. So the fact that again, factoring out shipping and tax, because VCP, I'm using VCP here for the comps. VCP doesn't calculate what shipping and tax would be. So it's just the buy it now or winning bid price. So I was at right near that top of the comps. But again, with this card, I don't care. I happily put in a high bid, and I think I won it, and I forget what my maximum bid was, but it was pretty close to my maximum bid, and I just outbid the previous bidder. So far, through 20 cards now, I thought I would have to spend, based on the grade that I had them on the list, $1,820. To date, I have spent only $970, so I am $850 to the good. That's right around, if you round up to like $1,000 for 20 cards, was that $50 a card? And on average, my list is $100 a card. So I'm not quite at 50%, but I'm still close to that 50% of actual money spent versus what I thought I would have to spend for cards, granted in higher grades than I really anticipated buying, but that's just how I put the list together. But anyway, would love to know what you think about this 1957 Topps Warren Spahn and some of the other 1950s Warren Spahn cards that I have in my collection. And with that, that's all I have for you. So until next time, thanks for watching.